Top 5 great actors who made awful Batman villains. Number 5. Shelley Winters as Ma Parker. Double Oscar winner Shelley Winter played a villainous grandmother figure who played off the fact that she was a sweet old lady to lull her marks into a false sense of security. Ma Parker was likely not brought back for a second episode because the writers couldn't think of any other mom-related crimes to commit. Winters was reportedly dissatisfied with the experience and complained on the set quite a bit. Number 4. David Wain as the Mad Hatter. David Wain inherited the fairly popular part of the Mad Hatter, and his 2 episodes were based on storylines straight from the comics. Wain was an accomplished and versatile actor with a long list of credits, but his interpretation of the Mad Hatter was more flamboyant than even Liberace. Maybe it was his interest in hats and fashion that drove Wain to that interpretation, but Wain's Mad Hatter seemed like a guy who'd rather be shopping and attending fashion shows rather than being a super villain. Number 3. Zsa Zsa Gabor as Minerva. When I say great actresses, I'm stretching the definition a little here. If you're thinking of the Green Acres star when you hear the name Gabor, you're confusing her with her sister Eva. Zsa Zsa was famous for her many husbands, lavish lifestyle, and her famous Hungarian accent. She did act, but the first thing associated with her when you look her up on the net was her role playing herself in Naked Gun 2.5. So as you can guess, she didn't leave the viewer with any impression that what you were watching on screen was anything other than Zsa Zsa Gabor. Gabor's episode was the last of the series. Number 2. Otto Preminger as Mr. Freeze. The Austrian-born Preminger was primarily known as a director. Preminger played the part fine, but he alienated the cast and crew heavily. Many members in the cast had no problem discussing Preminger's impossible behavior publicly, including Alan Napier and Adam West, who wrote in his biography, "The man insisted on enhancing his reputation as one of the meanest bastards who ever walked a sound stage." Number 1. Van Johnson as the minstrel. Johnson's turn on the series takes the top spot because he was the worst of both worlds. He inherited one of the most ridiculous villains the series offered and made him even more ridiculous through his interpretation. The character was dressed up as Robin Hood and went around playing the lute and singing, which made no sense in the context of his supervillain speciality, which was being an electronics mastermind capable of upending the stock market. Worse, Johnson's amicable charm, which might be ideal in romantic comedies, completely nullifies any pretense of evil that a Batman supervillain is supposed to possess.